If you're a man over 60 and you've started noticing changes in your performance, sensation, or confidence, especially down there, you are not alone. Every single day in my clinic, I see men struggling with less firmness, diminished sensation, or even mild discomfort that slowly erodes their sense of masculinity. But what if I told you that a natural oil, something sitting on a shelf in your home, could help restore blood flow, break down hidden restiveness, and even bring back these you thought was gone forever? I'm Dr. Laura, Professor of Urology and Men's Health at Baylor College of Medicine. I've spent over 30 years helping men restore their intimate vitality using the best of both science and natural methods. And today, I want to share a powerful, overlooked remedy that's been quietly helping men regain confidence and comfort without pills, injections, or embarrassment. Benefits of castor oil. You've likely never heard of using castor oil for male rejuvenation. But science is real, and the results I've witnessed are undeniable. This natural oil, when used correctly, has power to improve blood flow, dissolve tissue stiffness, reduce inflammation, restore nerve sensation, and protect aging skin all at once. In this video, I'll walk you through the 5 biggest benefits of castor oil for men over 60, and then show you exactly how to use it safely and effectively. Most men never hear this from their doctor, and at the end, I'll reveal the crucial step you must include or you'll miss out on the full healing effect. Let's begin. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to tap that button and turn on the bell so you don't miss any natural health solutions designed specifically men over 60. And if this topic speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your feedback helps me create content that truly supports your journey to well-being. All right. Let's begin with the first and most immediate benefit, humanitas. Castor oil's ability to naturally boost blood flow to the private area, because without strong, healthy circulation, everything else, firmness to sensation, begins to fade. So, let's take a closer look at though. This simple oil helps restore what time has slowly taken away. Number 1. Boost blood flow to the private area naturally. Still remember a patient of mine, Robert, 67 years old. He sat across from me, looked down and quietly said, "Doc, it just doesn't work the way it used to." He wasn't talking about desire. He was talking about function, blood flow, firmness, that vital sense of aliveness that every man feels when things are working properly. And for Robert, like so many men I see, the loss wasn't sudden. It crept in slowly. So slowly, in fact, that he didn't even realize how much he'd lost until it started affecting his confidence in the bedroom and beyond. The truth is, after age 60, our arteries become less flexible, blood vessels narrow, and nitric oxide levels decline. These are really changes that quietly reduces circulation to the private area, leaving you with weaker intimate responses, slower response time, or no response, HL. Now, here's where castor oil. This golden thick oil is rich in a compound called ricinoleic acid, which has been shown to stimulate local blood flow by widening tiny vessels and encouraging oxygen rich circulation to areas that need it most. When massaged gently into the skin, especially when combined with light warmth, castor oil penetrates deep into the tissue layers, helping to awaken blood vessels that have been sluggish or restricted. Anyhow, castor oil works off. My patients report a warm sensation within minutes, a sign that circulation is returning. Over time, this improved blood flow can help restore nighttime and spontaneous and tight responses, increase sensation, and simply bring back that quiet confidence that every man deserves to feel. Robert started using castor oil 3 nights a week. Within a month, he came back with a quiet smile and said, "Something's shifting. It feels like my body is remembering what it's supposed to do." That's not a miracle. That's biology responding to the right kind of care. And now that we've seen how circulation can improve, let's go even deeper. Because many men over 60 are experiencing something they don't even know. They have something that silently limits blood flow, causes discomfort, and even changes the shape of their organ. Let's talk about that next. Number 2. Breaks down internal restiveness and unwanted buildup. Not long ago, I had a patient named Daniel, 71 years old, a retired military veteran. He came into my office frustrated, confused, and to be honest, embarrassed. He said, "Dr. Laura, something's just off. It curves now. It feels tight." I didn't know what's happening. Like Manuman his age, Daniel had unknowing lidvold internal tissue stiffness in the shaft of his private area, a condition that often goes undiagnosed seed and unrest because men don't talk about it. But it's far more common than people think, especially in men over 60. Tissue stiffness, years of minor impact, repetitive reactions, old concerns, or even mild inflammation from unaddressed issues can lead to the accumulation of collagen, a kind of internal scarring known as. This tissue stiffness isn't always visible, but it can create a pulling sensation, bending, or even a feeling that your private area has shortened or lost volume. What Daniil was experiencing is something I've seen countless times. Symptoms that lack intimacy, uncomfortable and erode confidence quietly over time. This eyewear castor oil can make a real difference. It has a long history and natural wellness for addressing fibrous tissue, and its active compound ricelic acid penetrates deeply into the skin and underlying tissue. When massaged over the affected area, castor oil helps soften hardened collagen and supports the body's natural ability to address tissue stiffness gently over time. In Daniel's case, I instructed him to apply the oil 3 to 4 nights a week, combined with gentle warmth. After 6 weeks, he told me, "Doc, it's straighter, it's more comfortable. I feel like I'm getting control back." That feeling of regaining something you thought was permanently lost is deeply empowering, and it's possible. But we're not done yet, because while addressing to stiffness is critical, there's Sanathor quiet factor that impacts performance, sensation, and comfort for older men. Something that starts small but can spread throughout the anteropelvic region if left unchecked. And the surprising truth is castor oil helps fight this one too. One of the most inflammatory issues I see in men over 60 is low-grade chronic inflammation in the private and pelvic area. It doesn't always show up as obvious discomfort. Sometimes it's a subtle burning sensation. Other times it's a tightness you can't quite explain, or that sinking feeling that things are diminishing or becoming less responsive. I had a patient, Michael, 66, who described it this way. "It just feels like my body is pulling back, like everything's getting smaller, stiffer, and more uncomfortable." Inflammation is the body's natural response to stress, minor injury, or aging tissue. But when it becomes chronic, especially in these inside of structures of the private area, it does more harm than good. Interferes with blood flow, limits flexibility, accelerates tissue breakdown, and blocks proper healing. And unfortunately, many men live with this quiet inflammation for years, never knowing what's really causing that discomfort or that there's a simply natural way to address it. Castor oil is a remarkable anti-inflammatory. The ricinoleic acid it contains has been studied for its ability to reduce discomfort, swelling, and cellular stress in deep tissues. When applied externally and absorbed into the skin, it doesn't just sit on the surface, it goes deep, calming inflamed tissue and supporting your body's ability to repair itself. Over time, this can restore comfort, flexibility, and even help reverse some of the tissue stiffening that comes with age. Michael started applying castor oil regularly along with light warmth just before bed. 3 weeks in, he said, "I'm not just more comfortable. I feel like my body is opening up again." And that's exactly what should happen. When inflammation goes down, healing can finally begin. And when healing begins, your body starts moving toward its natural healthy state. But there's more, because healing is not just about tissue, it's about sensation. And for many older men, the one thing they miss the most isn't firmness or shape. It's that deep vital connection, the pleasure, the sensation, the intimacy. So how do we bring that back? Let me show you. There's something nerve repair many men won't say out loud, even to their doctors. It's not just a boot struggling to get or maintain an intimate response. It's that when things don't happen, it doesn't feel the same. That spark, that sensation, that deep sense of connection, they say it's just not there anymore. One of my patients, Larry, 70 years old, sat with tears in his eyes when he told me, "I can still perform, but I don't feel it the way I used to. It's like my body is going through the motions, but my heart's not in it. I miss feeling something." That hit me hard because I know exactly what it means, and I know that he's not alone as men age. The tiny nerve endings responsible for pleasure, response, and excitement can begin to dull, reduce circulation, inflammation, hormonal shifts, even medications. All off. These factors can impact the delicate nerve networks around the private area, and when those nerves stop activating like they used to, men often describe their experience as numb, disconnected, or even emotionally flat. But there's one of the laser-known benefits of castor oil is its ability to support nerve repair and regeneration. It's been studied for use in conditions involving jolted or irritated nerves. And when applied regularly to the groin area, it may help improve nerve activity and restore the sensation that fades with time, the warmth, the circulation boost, the reduction in inflammation. All of it creates the perfect environment for nerves to begin waking back up. Larry followed my recommendation. Nightly castor oil application combined with light warmth. After a month, he leaned in and whispered, "I can feel again. It's subtle, but it's coming back. And I feel more like myself." That's a powerful moment when sensation returns, not just physical but emotional too, because this part of your body is more than tissue. It's tied to your sense of identity, connection, and joy. Now, while restoring sensation is a major breakthrough, there's one more layer we ignore, because even if blood flow improves and nerves come alive again, none of it matters if the skin itself is weak, dry, or impacted. Let's talk about that next. As men age, we often talk about muscle loss, energy dips, or even vital hormone decline. But one thing that rarely gets mentioned yet affects nearly every man past 60 is skinned, specifically the skin in the most private, sensitive part of your body. You remember a gentleman named Frank, 73 years old, who told me, "The skin down there feels thinner, drier. Sometimes it even cracks if I'm not careful." And he wasn't exaggerating. As vital hormone levels fall and as the skin naturalizes collagen and moisture with age, it becomes more fragile, especially in areas that aren't often cared for with intention. Dryness, itching, and flaking are more than just annoyances. They can lead to tiny micro tears that cause discomfort, make intimacy painful, and expose the underlying tissue to irritation or minor impact. For many older men, it's the hidden reason why they begin avoiding touch or lose confidence during intimate moments. Because when the skin no longer feels strong or responsive, it sends a quiet message to the brain that something is itching faster than it should. This is where castor oil shines again. It's an incredibly nourishing oil, thick, rich, and deeply hydrating. Unlike lotion sets sit on the surface or dry up in minutes, castor oil penetrates deep into the skin, locking in moisture and the barrier that surrounds your most sensitive nerves and blood vessels. It's like giving your skin armor but without the weight, just a smooth, natural layer of support. Frank began applying it a few nights a week before bed. No heat, no complex root and biome, a gentle massage and a moment off care. Within a few weeks, he said, "It feels stronger, more resilient. I'm not worried about tearing anymore." And that's the key. When the skin is healthy, the entire system functions better, nerves are better protected, blood vessels stay flexible, and most overall confidence returns. But of course, none of these benefits happen by accident. The way you apply castor oil, the when, where, and how, makes all the difference. And if you skip just one key step, you might miss out on everything it can offer. So, let me show you exactly how to use it the right way. Now, the right way thought you understand the powerful benefits castor oil can offer. Better blood flow, softer tissue stiffness, reduced inflammation, restored sensation, and healthier skin. Let's talk about how to actually use it, because this is where most men go wrong. They hear the benefits, get curious, maybe even try it once or twice. But without the right method, they don't see results and then they give up. But healing doesn't happen through guessing, it happens through care, consistency, and doing things the right way. When I first recommended castor oil to a patient named Gerald, 69 years old, he was skeptical. "You want me to put what? Where?" he asked, with a raised brow. Butance, I walked him through the process. He gave it a shot. A few weeks later, he came back with a quiet grin and said, "It's not just working. I actually looked forward to doing it." Here's how I guide me patients. First, always, use 100% pure cold-pressed castor oil. Nothing refined, no additives, no fragrances. Warm the oil slightly by rubbing it between your palms, or placing the bottle in a cup of warm water. Gently massage it into the shaft, base, and surrounding pubic area for about 3 to 5 minutes, ideally before bed. Use slow circular motions, not with pressure, but with presence. This isn't about fixing, it's about giving your body what it needs to heal. Then, if possible, apply a warm towel or low-heat compress for 15 to 20 minutes. This helps the oil absorb more deeply into the tissue and boosts blood flow. Don't rush it. Give your body time, receive the care, and most importantly, stay consistent. 3 to 4 nights a week is enough to begin seeing subtle but real changes within a few weeks. Gerald stayed with it. Over time, he not only saw improvements in firmness and sensation, but he told me something else. It's become a ritual. More in tune with myself. That is the real win. Because when healing means part of your rhythm, your body responds in powerful ways. And now that you know how to do it the right way, let me leave you with something even more important. The emotional truth behind all of this, because this isn't just about healing the body. It's about reclaiming something much deeper. Let's talk about that. I've been working with the emotional truth men for over 3 decades, and if there's one truth I've learned, it's this. What most men truly want isn't just performance, it's connection. It's connection. It's to feel like themselves again, to feel strong, alive, and capable. And when something starts to shift in that part of their body, whether it's freshness, sensation, comfort, or shape, it can shake their identity in ways they don't even talk about. That's why I believe so strongly in sharing tools like this, natural, safe, and often overlooked. Because Asamadi's healing isn't about prescriptions or procedures, Sameta Mazut's about slowing down, listening to your body, and giving it what it needs to come back to life. So, if you're a woman over 60 who's been feeling vetch changes, whether it's less firm, intimate responses, loss of sensation, curvature, tightness, or even emotional distance from your own body, please know this. You are not broken. You are not alone. And there are things you can do. Castor oil isn't magic, but it can help restore blood flow, address hidden tissue stiffness, reduce inflammation, revive nervous sensation, and protect aging skin. And when used correctly, with patience and consistency, it becomes more than a remedy. It becomes a quiet ritual of reclaiming your strength. I've seen it work in real lives. I've seen men walking discouraged and walk out weeks later with hope in their eyes. And I've seen how something as simple as a few minutes of self-care done regularly can restore not just physical function, but self-respect, dignity, and connection. So wherever you are in your journey, just know that it's not too late. Your body still listens. Your system still responds, and you still deserve to feel good, whole, and fully alive. Thank you for spending this time with me. And if this spoke to you, take the first step tonight, because healing begins with action and you're ready. If you found this video helpful, please take a memento like it. It really helps more men discover natural solutions, just like this. Share it with a friend, a brother, or someone you care about who may be quietly struggling but hasn't found things yet. And if you have questions, experiences, or results you'd like to share, leave a comment below. I personally read everyone, and your story could help another man feel less alone. If you'd like to support the channel and help me continue creating honest, research-backed content for men over 60, consider making a small donation using link in the description. Every bit goes toward making this mission stronger. Your support means more than you know. So remember to subscribe, turn on the bell, and stay connected. This is about more than just health. It's about reclaiming strength and your part of that movement. Thank you.